Hi, welcome back. I'm Aaron Reinberg, Health and Wellness Manager with Morrison and BJC.
And I'm John Beck, Executive Chef for BJC and Morrison as well.
So today we're here to talk all about the Mediterranean diet. And I really just have two basic ideas that I want you to remember. And those are go fish and eat plants. And what do I mean by that? I mean that in the Mediterranean diet, they eat a lot of fish. And so I would advise 2 to 3 of your meals a week to make the main protein a fish product. So what kind of fish would you suggest?
Oh, wow. In the Mediterranean, they use a lot of shellfish.
Okay.
So we have shrimp, and then we have oysters, and we have scallops, and like sole, filet of sole, and redfish. So many different, any good, nice, firm-fleshed fish is good for you.
And you can get all those at the regular grocery store?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Perfect. So 2 to 3 times a week, you're going to go fish, and you're also going to think about eating plants at every meal. And I don't just mean fruits and vegetables, I mean plants of any kind, whole grains. You're talking olive oil. I know it sounds crazy, but olive oil actually comes from olives that come off of a tree, right?
Yep.
And legumes, nuts, in addition to all of your leafy greens and tomatoes. All of those foods are a part of the Mediterranean. Anything fresh and plant food. So remember, go fish, eat plants. So what do you have for us today, Chef?
Oh, wow.
Show us how to make a Mediterranean meal.
Absolutely. This is going to be a great Mediterranean appetizer for you to serve at home or at an event that you're having, or take to an event.
Because you know all these events are coming up with the springtime. You want to be outside.
Everybody wants to be out on the deck and enjoying
patio party.
And enjoying all the fresh fruits and vegetables that we have right now.
Absolutely.
So what we have, we're going to be doing a Mediterranean parfait. So what do you normally think of when you think of parfaits? You normally think of sweet. You normally think of like a pudding parfait, peanut butter parfait, strawberry shortcake parfaits.
Yes.
We have so many different sweet ones. This is something that we're really developing. It's a savory parfait.
So clever.
So we're doing 2 things for your guests right now. First, we're providing them with an extremely healthy, full of vegetables, nutritious parfait, and we've already pre-portioned it for them.
Perfect.
So they don't get a big bowl and they don't heap it on. We provide the perfect portion for them.
Control.
Do that.
You're helping your friends to be healthy.
It's kind of what we've been hearing a lot about, stealth health.
Yeah.
So we're kind of rolling this out to our guests and not providing them with more than they should be eating. We're kind of helping them out.
Well, because you're going to serve dinner later anyway, right?
Absolutely.
You want them to be hungry.
Absolutely. So before I assemble this wonderful parfait, I get a lot of questions about cucumbers. Okay. And my gosh, cucumbers are going to be everywhere right now. So if you could just hand me that cucumber over there, and that's part of our dish. I get questions about seeds, no seeds. And I'm going to answer that question right now and actually show you. I like to take the seeds out of the center. And this is a traditional American cucumber. Unlike the English cucumbers you see in the grocery stores, they're very long, very thin.
Kind of ribbed.
Ribbed, and they're almost always wrapped in plastic to preserve them. And they're rather expensive, but they're extremely good. You don't have to peel them, because the skin is so thin, and you really don't have to seed them because there's like no seeds in them. So these are going to be great for us. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to take the ends off of our cucumber, like so. And we're going to give it a nice peel. This is so simple. Get yourself a nice peeler. You're going to use it all summer long.
Now I have a question about peeling. Should you always peel away from you or peel toward? Does it matter?
Here's the trick. Do you see the way I just peeled that off right there? Now I'm going to flip it over and then start from this way.
Okay.
So
I always find myself
go from the middle.
my fingers when I peel.
Yeah, no. You see where my fingers are? Nowhere near that.
Okay.
So we've got all this peeled real nice. That's why I'm here.
I know.
Okay. Once we get her peeled, then we're going to take the cucumber and right down the middle, lengthwise, straight down the middle, I'm going to cut it like so. Okay, and then that exposes all of these seeds. So to make it a little bit easier, I'm just going to cut it in half, and I'm going to take just a regular teaspoon, and just go right down the middle, and they just fall right out. And all that is it's just excess water. There's really no flavor in there. And when you're making your dish, any kind of a dish that calls for cucumbers, it tends to not water it down so much. That excess water really doesn't need to be there.
So is there anything you could do with those?
I don't know, maybe you could plant them. I don't know, it's a seed. But no.
Put them in your compost?
Yeah, compost them would be the best thing to do. And then what I've got here are 2 perfectly seeded and peeled cucumbers. Just take a knife and make some nice, long, slender ribs.
Those would actually make a great dipping instrument for your parfait as well.
Absolutely. I'm going to turn them to the side, and I'm going to just make these nice, tiny dices for this dish. Now, if I were making a cucumber, onion, tomato salad, then what I might want to do is just take the cucumber and just make some nice slices out of it and put that right in your dish, and you can see that all those seeds and all that water is gone. So that's not going to dilute your dish. Okay? How is that? Is that cool?
Great.
Or what? Great. Now I'm going to start to assemble our parfait. Now what we're going to start off with is a traditional, oh my gosh, this is like all over Greece, all over the Mediterranean. What is this?
Hummus.
Hummus. What's in hummus?
Chickpeas.
Chickpeas are garbanzo beans. Olive oil, again, the Mediterranean.
Right.
And there's another twist to this that is a really important ingredient. It's called tahini, and that is a sesame seed paste. It's just like peanut butter with sesames.
Where do you get it?
So, I mean, you can get that at any grocery store in the International Foods Department.
Okay.
So look for it there if you're going to make your own, but there are so many varieties. We have just a great one right here. It's available everywhere, but if you really want to make your own, it's so easy. And give us a tip about how you make yours. Don't you do it in a blender?
I do. I use a blender for
That is so cool.
It makes it super easy, and I just dump a can of chickpeas in there with some tahini, and if I don't have tahini, sometimes I leave it out. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, but the tahini really kicks up in the garlic.
It does change the flavor to it.
Yeah, it makes it really authentic. So what we've got here is a nice little parfait dish that we're going to use, and we're going to start off with our fantastic hummus. We're going to put that right down the middle.
Can I use any sort of flavored hummus at the store?
Oh, absolutely. What about sun-dried tomato hummus? What about roasted garlic hummus? Okay, maybe hummus with a little mint in it. That would be really nice. Okay, and then we're going to just layer, and I showed you how to do the cucumbers, so we're just going to layer our cucumbers in here, just so gently. And this is really going to give us the color and the flavors. Each bite, you're going to get a different flavor.
So the yellow tomatoes,
as I go down.
How do those differ from the red tomatoes?
Well, they're much less acidic. Much less acidic.
So how does that
So
change
they
the
don't really
flavor?
have, it's real mild, and it's almost like creamy tasting if you've ever had a yellow tomato. And they're growing them now so that the price really, they used to be quite expensive. Now the price is about the same. So then we've got our Kalamata olives. Kalamata olives. We can use any kind of olive, but we've chose to use the Kalamata olives because we want to keep in that Greek theme. And it's just brined a little bit different and a little longer than a regular olive. Then we've got any kind of shredded lettuce that you want. I picked spinach today because it's just so bright and beautiful. You could use arugula, you could use romaine, of course. You know, make sure you plant plenty of it on there, because that is such a nice ingredient. Okay.
And the nice part about these glasses is that they're plastic, so they're perfect for outdoors.
Absolutely.
In case somebody drops one,
oh yeah,
there's nothing to worry
and
about.
And you can't tell to look at them.
No, you can't tell. It's wonderful.
Then we're going to top it in keeping with the Greek theme. We're going to top it with just a little bit of crumbled feta. Okay, and that is really going to take care of the whole thing. Now, of course, I can't leave it alone. So I just took a little pita chip, just a little crumb that I found in the bag that those came in. I'm going to stick that on the top to kind of give it a little extra something. Maybe a little tomato right there. And just a tiny sprig of parsley to really make your guests feel special. When you've spent this much time and done this much, you really want your guests to enjoy it and feel special.
This is true.
So we've chose to serve it with a couple of chips. So you
Right,
can.
we have our, just any multi-grain pita chip is a good idea. And then nowadays they have multi-grain tortilla chips, and you can even get them baked. So they've a lot less fat and not the healthy fat, but a lot less of the healthy.
I love that brand.
And more,
this is a good one.
Tons of fiber and even protein in these chips. So you
yeah.
can really find healthy chips these days, or fruits and vegetables.
Of course.
Or maybe not fruit,
Yeah.
but vegetables for sure.
Yeah.
As a dipper.
But for this, the crunch really goes good with the kind of creaminess of all the ingredients that are in here.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much. And remember, until next time, eat fresh.
Stay healthy.
Take care.